Smart 24, driving business.
Well, as we wind this up, we take a look at Trump that moves to overhaul USAID, but not scrapping it off entirely. Now, the United States President, that is Donald Trump, has placed USAID under what we call heightened scrutiny. That is appointing Secretary of State, that is Marco Rubio, as its acting administrator, while ordering sweeping review for its foreign aid programs. Now, the administration urges that the agency, long tasked with promoting international development and humanitarian aid, has actually stayed from its mission and has failed to align with Donald Trump's America First doctrine. Now, a statement from the State Department described, of course, the move as an interim step toward gaining better control over USAID's activities, emphasizing that a reorganization could actually follow, as a result of that. Now, Rubio has already notified the Congress with the review, signaling what we call potential cuts, and also emphasizing, potential cuts and redirections of the U.S. foreign assistance. Now, Donald Trump, who has frequently criticized foreign aid, took to Truth Social to denounce USAID as a total disaster, of course accusing it of funding programs that have nothing to do with their great country's interests. He of course declared that the agency had actually been hijacked by the globalist elite and vowed to stop what he called the handouts to countries that don't expect them. Now, the move reflects a broader effort by the administration to really calibrate the United States foreign aid, particularly targeting the initiatives that conservatives have long argued serve ideological rather than strategic purposes. Now, during his first term, Trump sought to slash USAID's budget and also restrict funding for the global initiatives and viewed it as contrary to the agenda. Now, including the program supporting the climate action and reproductive health services. All those were actually pushed off. Now, his renewed push to reshape the agency suggests a return to those efforts. Now, Rubio, a longtime advocate for an assertive United States foreign policy, has yet to lay out specific plans that, with his appointment, signals a shift in USAID's priorities. Now, the Florida senator has previously championed hardline stances on China and Cuba. At the same time, of course, these are areas where the administration could actually seek to redirect the funding. Now, the review process is expected to continue, which programs align with the administration's policy and which could be scaled back or eliminated. Now, the overhaul has already drawn pushback from the international development groups and what we call the democratic lawmakers, who warn that the deep cuts could actually undermine the United States' influence abroad. Now, the critics urge that USAID's work in global health, disaster relief, and democracy promotion serves long-term American interests, even when the benefits are not immediately visible. And we see that also. Some have also raised concerns that the review process could actually be politicized, leading to funding decisions driven by ideology rather than strategy. Now, as the administration moves forward with its review, allies and aid recipients are watching closely for signs of a major shift in the United States foreign assistance. Now, while Donald Trump has framed the overhaul as a necessary correction, the coming months will determine whether you said undergoes targeted reforms or fundamental transformation. So those are part of the key questions that are being raised here regarding Trump's new policy. And the good news is that the aid has not been, you said hasn't been scrapped off entirely, but it's just under review for a period of time. It's just at a period for a special, for just a space of time. Okay, now finally, as we wind this up, President Museveni summons NRM members of Parliament, State House amid speculation over agenda. Now, the President Museveni also, the national chairman of the National Resistance, has summoned the NRM Parliamentary Caucus, that is to the State House this Friday. Now, the meeting scheduled for 10 a.m. at the Entebbe State House and has sparked speculations among the members of Parliament who have actually not been informed about the agenda. Now, of course, according to a notice issued by the government chief whip, that is Dennis Hampson-Oboa, all the NRM MPs and independent NRM leaning MPs are expected to attend. Now, while the agenda remains unclear, some of the members of Parliament believe that the meeting may actually discuss the recent Supreme Court ruling that tripled the powers of the General Court Martial. And other possible topics of discussion could actually include the progress of President Museveni's countrywide tour on the parish development model, and also the PDM. We know that it is a government initiative that is aimed to promoting economic development and poverty reduction at the parish level. Now, it is worth noting that Museveni has previously summoned NRM members of Parliament to State House to discuss various issues, including governance service delivery, and party strategy. Now, of course, in one such meeting, President Museveni emphasized the importance of rationalizing government agencies and the public expenditure to save trillions of Ugandan shillings. All right, that is it for today's edition of Smart Means Business. Thanks for being a part of us. All the way. Well, we kick-started off from 7 a.m. to this particular time as we actually signing this out. Have yourselves a very wonderful time. And of course, as you strategize for this week, for this new month, and of course, above all, for the rest of the year. See how far you've achieved and how far can you achieve, what efforts are needed for you to get better to achieve what you haven't achieved yet for 2025. Till tomorrow, good morning.